Welcome to the interview portion of the Spotlight right here on Fightful. As always, I'm Steven Jensen, joined by Jeremy Lambert, and we are joined today by two men that I'm very happy to have on the show because I plan on attending this show this Sunday live in Atlanta, Georgia. We have District Championship Wrestling coming up. It's going to be a fun show and just bringing more and more great wrestling to the city of Atlanta. We are joined by Jameson Ryan and Diamond Sheik. How are y'all doing today? Thanks for joining us.
Oh, we're doing great, man. I just got out of the gym, just got full of some chicken and beef. I'm all hyped up right now. I'm ready to go.
Sheik, how about you,
I've been training for the last 2 hours to defend this beauty right here, the Diamond Championship belt, the gauntlet match I got on Sunday because that was part of the deal. I bought into the promotion and they said I had to put this up. But if they think I'm coming in there without training,
put your money where your mouth is, tough guy.
Hey, you know what? I did that once and you took advantage of it. So,
hey, you know what? We can get into that in a little bit if they want to talk about it. But that was yours. That's
absolutely.
I
just out here training.
A good deal. I think that's a good place to start, man. I mean, because it's when you see that belt, Diamond Sheik, it draws everyone's attention. I know that you are a celebrity jeweler on top of being involved in the wrestling world. I'm sure those two worlds overlap in a very interesting and exciting way for you. The belt, man, where's the idea come from? And how much is that baby worth? Because that thing looks sick.
Well, there's very few people who can understand what it's worth because when you get to my level, it's not all about money. I've made enough money. This is status. This means something. If you hold this belt, you're the king of the world. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
This diamond right here is a 50-carat diamond. It's very special to me, and I put it in this belt because.
How much is it?
I didn't say a monetary value. I know it's hard for you to think with all that meat and
hey.
muscle, but
if it goes missing before the gauntlet match, don't come
hey, I'm bringing my own security, so.
You're already naming yourself as a culprit, Jameson. You can't.
I'm saying it's not gonna be me. It's not.
We never said he was smart. We never said he was the smartest guy in the room. He's lucky. He's really pretty though. He's very pretty. Good at that. Beautiful motherfucker right there. Sorry, I don't know if I can curse.
Oh no, you can say whatever.
No, you
can,
man.
All
yeah,
good.
You're
All
good.
good.
Yeah.
All right, here's a list of 5 that I wanted to get out of the way. Oh, I'm just kidding.
But yeah, the belt is unique. I've kind of drawn inspiration from some of the bigger belts out right now, as you can see, but I kind of did my own thing with it. I definitely put as many diamonds as I could on this, and this is just like everything else in my life, a learning process. So I'm not going to say there's a new belt on the way, but there might be a new belt on the way, so look out for that one too.
And if that one goes missing, it was probably my tag partner, Brandon.
Now he's throwing his tag partner under the bus.
These
now he's
guys.
throwing his tag partner under the bus.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that guy too.
For a team.
Oh, you think this guy's bad? That guy's sneaky. You got to watch out for him.
I want to know how this whole thing came about between you two. You're clearly not on the same page.
All right. I'm not gonna let him tell the story because he always messes it up. He doesn't.
I don't mess it up. I tell the truth.
No, you do not tell the truth. Listen, we were right here in this ring. All right. He saw me from across the ring, came up to me and said, "Hey, Sheiky, hey, I'm starting this university. Do you mind? Do you have some capital? You wanna invest in the university? I promise we'll give you returns."
That's almost word for word what I said.
I promise we'll breed athletes and they'll come and buy jewelry from you. And how many athletes have come and bought jewelry from me, Jameson Ryan?
We're still working on the funds.
I told you
before, it takes money to make money. We spent the money. Now we're going to start making the money. It takes time.
Spend money and then make money and then give me the money.
One day,
but this is why this whole thing is coming about because he's not reliable. This guy, he's snaking the grass.
Whoa! My middle name is Jameson Reliable Ryan. All right.
You change your middle name every week. Every week I ask you what your middle name is, and you keep changing it, and that's why I keep telling my lawyers a different middle name. They keep sending you subpoenas, and you don't come to court.
Loophole.
That's actually a smart strategy. He doesn't get him.
It really is.
He doesn't get him. It's a new middle name.
Hey, you know what? I tell him all the time. He's my Elmer Fudd. I'm his Bugs Bunny. It's a great dynamic. I love it.
I don't even understand the wrestling. I don't even know what that is.
You know, sometimes you just got to rub his head a little bit, and then he smiles.
It's something about Elmer's glue. I have no idea what.
Are you trying to kill the rabbit? Are you trying to kill the rabbit, Diamond Sheik?
If he's the rabbit, then yes, of course I'm trying to kill the rabbit.
See,
Actually,
you know
no,
what?
I'm not trying to
He
kill the
threatened me
rabbit.
with a gun the
I'm
other
trying to
day.
hook
He
the
took me
rabbit.
hostage and threatened me with a gun. That actually happened.
We don't need all that.
By the way,
Go watch it.
really cool guy. Really cool guy.
It was the gun
Made out of
from
gold.
GoldenEye. We looked it up.
We did look it up together, yeah. And then I realized, why am I looking up stuff with this guy? It just didn't make any sense.
We were doing so good. We were going to get some nachos. It was working out perfect. And then he just got all upset the way that he does.
You know what? That nacho cheese gets me all the time. That's not fair.
He squeezes his fist real tight, and I tell him, "You're not making diamonds. Relax." And he just,
There seems to be like you guys could be friends here.
Yeah,
we were. He threw it all away.
Listen, I don't mind being the guy's friend, but he's got to pay me back. He's got to pay me back.
I'm working on it. It takes time. We got district. You weaseled your way in here. It's all going to work out.
I came in like a businessman, okay? I came with cash at the door. They let me in because you were too busy lifting weights and playing beer pong or whatever you guys play at your university.
Whoa. We don't drink beer, first of all. It's tequila only.
Okay, tequila pong, whatever you want to call it. You guys were too busy doing that, and you went behind on your payment by 2 days. And guess what? My lawyers found out. We cashed in. I'm 50% owner in district now.
2 days. You can't get a 2-day grace period. You get 3 days to pay rent.
This isn't rent. This is business, which is something you don't understand.
I feel like this could all be used in build-up packages to this Sunday, what we're seeing right now. This is great.
You know what? It's tough to get him in a room.
You know what? I got this guy in a room once.
I just want to try and be there for him, and he pushes me away the way that he does everybody else.
I don't push people away. They're just not on my level. Have you ever sat there and said, "Oh my God, this person is so not on my level. What am I doing in the same room with him?"
I don't even know what that means. Levels? This is wrestling. It's all one flat surface.
Anyways, I had him in a room once.
There's levels.
He weaseled his way out. He tricked me by giving me one of those really nice tank tops. Actually, can I see that tank top? It's really nice.
Hey, BGU.
Yeah, what is that made of?
It's even nicer underneath. You know what I mean?
Hey. No, stop it. Stop. Don't. With your charm. Again, no. You're not weaseling your way out of this one. Sunday, it's going down. I've got my team. He's got his little university people.
Oh, let's talk about his team. His team, Luke Sampson, the gatekeeper over at the Nightmare Factory.
Who, by the way,
he's got the warden, this monster, recently featured on Bleacher Report for how incredible he's been doing lately. And then he's got my arch nemesis, the two worst people I could possibly think of to have to deal with, TSF, Rosario Grillo, and Hunter Knott. These two idiots, for over a year now, have been bragging about how they're the best tag team in the world. They're not even the best tag team that trains out in the Nightmare Factory. All right, that's going to be BGU. These two
wait
morons
a second.
think
What's your record?
No, you hold on a minute. You just wait your turn. I'm talking right now. Don't cut me off. These two morons think that they're popular because they're over on Twitch and Twitter with all their moron followers. I don't care about your followers. The two of you have been ducking me and Barry. You just wait a minute, Sheik. The two of them have been ducking me and Bull for about 6 months now. We had 2 matches against them. They cheated to win both of them. We were scheduled for 3 more. They blew us off. We had a gauntlet match. They lost in the first round. We won it. Who's the best team, Sheik? Who's the best team?
So all I heard you say was you're 2-1 against the team that I picked, right? Or my team is 2-1 against you. Sorry.
That's
So
not
they
what
still
I
have a
said.
victory over you.
No,
right?
no,
Is that
no.
what you just said?
They
Three
cheated.
no
Those victories don't even
compete.
count.
You won one.
Yes, all those.
You won with other tag teams in there. You probably used those guys to throw at my guys.
I'm not going to confirm or deny that.
Yeah. All right. So they have 2 victories over you. You only have 1, and that's what you're bragging about. That? Do you know how to do math? You teach at university, don't you?
We don't. It's about working out. We don't have to turn up to the conference meetings.
All right. You put 2 plates on. You take 1 plate off. How many plates do you have left?
That's lopsided. You're going to drop the weight.
Yeah. And you're talking about Twitch and Twitter. That's how these people make money.
The other one fell off.
They don't just sit on their butts all day like you at the gym waiting for weights to lift themselves.
I don't even know how to respond to that.
I don't even know what I'm saying.
I don't sit around waiting for nothing, Sheik. I get after it.
Nice.
I'm all hyped up on pre-workout. I'll come at you like the biggest spider monkey you've ever seen in your life.
Wait, do that again.
No, I'm not going to do it.
Do it again. No, do it again. It was so nice. I want to see it one more time. Come on, one time. Yeah. Look at those are nice, right, guys?
Very nice.
You like that?
Very
Wait a minute. No,
nice, right?
we're not going to do that. Let's move on. Let's talk about the next couple matches here.
Yeah. There's plenty to talk about. Yeah, go ahead, Jeremy. Go ahead. I know you got a question now.
I hate the guy, but he's so beautiful. So hard. Sorry, go ahead, Jeremy.
I'm trying to bring it to action. You can catch me all season too long on Heels on Stars, by the way. You'll see my abs all over the place.
I was looking for a plug, but I think I found one.
Jameson, are you running a pyramid scheme out here?
No, it's a Ponzi scheme. I mean, it's a business where we're going to make money by taking people's money. We're not taking
my money.
They're going to give us some money, and it's going to help us run the university. It'll work out for the best. The public's going to love it. It's a big public affair for everybody involved. Me and Bull are definitely not going to use the money to set up our gyms across the country.
Right. So you were saying it's a business where all these people give you the money up here.
Yeah.
Kind of like a pyramid.
A little bit.
Okay. These guys don't get it. Okay, so it's Brandon and Jameson at the top, right? And all they have to do is they have to recruit 2 people each, right?
Yeah.
So when they recruit 2 people each, and they got 4 people under them. And those 4 people, all they got to do is recruit 2 more people, right? Once they recruit those 2 people,
we already recruited 6 foot 12 inch, weighing 15% of a metric ton, big double bench Bishop.
How can you have that at the bottom of a pyramid? That's too big to be at the bottom.
He's the whole.
Unless you lay him to the side.
He
lay him to the side
by himself.
I guess it is kind of a pyramid.
That's on one side. And then
when they took my money, they didn't tell me it was a pyramid scheme.
Along with Brandon and myself holding up the other side. And then you to the base. You fill in the whole middle with all your money.
You didn't tell me it was a pyramid scheme when you took my money.
It's not a pyramid scheme. It's a business.
But it's shaped like a pyramid.
That's just how you look at it.
Yeah.
But if you turn a pyramid over, it's still shaped like a pyramid.
But if you turn a pyramid over, that's kind of like how I'm built.
That's
fair. What this is about, boys. Lifting weights and getting jacked.
Also, if you turn a pyramid over, it's kind of how a diamond's built, too.
That's fair also.
That's
wow.
true.
Okay.
Good point. I'll give you that one.
All right. So is anybody keeping score?
I'm winning.
No, we can't let Jameson keep score. We've already learned that unless weights are involved,
I got my
math is not going to be right.
I think if we keep reps, it'll be better. Like
yeah.
Right? Yeah. We can keep reps.
All right, sets.
Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah. All right. Anyways, next question.
Okay, next
for me,
question.
right? For me, next one for
me.
Well,
this is either y'all can give your take on this. I want to hear both sides actually. Y'all have a legend appearing on this show. More than just the 2 of y'all. We have Ernest the Cat Miller is going to be appearing at this event, which I'm very excited for. As somebody who grew up in the 1990s, I was a big fan of WCW. I was a massive fan of Glacier, and I loved his partner Ernest the Cat Miller. And it's funny because my brother Jameson knows this, but my brother is a boxing trainer out of Atlanta, and he has these random interactions with the cat because the cat coaches karate in the same gyms. But my brother didn't grow up a wrestling fan like I did. So he was dapping up the cat for a year, but just thought he was a familiar face he knew through boxing training. And eventually he put it all together, and he told me, he's Steven, I've been hanging out with the cat for a year and I didn't realize it. And I was oh man, I was so jealous. And then he told me he was wrestling this weekend. Can't wait to see it. What's it like to have a guy of that kind of legendary status as a part of this show? Not only just a part of it, he's wrestling in a match, right? So I mean, this is gonna be crazy.
Yeah. So first of all, your brother actually is my buddy Joe's coach, and Joe, I believe, is undefeated and won his fights all by knockout. So big ups right there. Second of all, for me, it's amazing because me and my dad, Ernest, was one of our favorites when I was growing up watching TV with my dad. But I'm actually gonna let Sheik go ahead and take this one because Sheik's got a little bit closer relationship with Ernest than anybody else right now.
So I'm going to backtrack a little bit where you said you mentioned Glacier. there's a guy up here that trains us, and he does a phenomenal Glacier impression.
Yeah,
his name is Raymond Lloyd.
Raymond
You
Lloyd,
look just like him. It's
yeah.
It's
So
very
small,
uncanny.
very small world. He was actually my high school's lacrosse coach when I was growing up too.
No way.
So
Raymond,
like, it's
Raymond
such
Lloyd
a,
or Glacier?
well, coach, was it coach? What was his coach gimmick? I just lost the. Yeah, he had like a Buzz, like Coach Buzz.
Jensen,
something
you
or
lost
other.
the bit.
Anyway, sorry. Go
I
ahead.
don't know anything about that
Continue,
guy. I just
continue.
feel like if you had Glacier coaching your lacrosse team, it'd be bad because you'd just be freezing all the balls and sticks, and you guys wouldn't be able to get anything done.
Ray's
But,
actually
yeah.
coming out soon that he's working on. Everybody needs to check out. So
Definitely.
follow Ray on Instagram so you can check out his movie when that gets released.
Yeah. Big
Awesome.
production. They've been working on it. Very, very cool stuff. With the cat, though, Ernest Miller, definitely an honor to have him on the show. He's coming back to the heart of Atlanta. I don't think he's been there since maybe when he was on TV, and this is a big thing for him. And he's going to come in and, we kind of just like let him do whatever he's comfortable with. And I think he's going to maybe kick some butt. So, it's definitely something you want to keep your eyes on. And just having the tutelage of him and being kind of like a mentor to me and how to, cut a promo and speak. It's just invaluable having the cat in my corner. So I'm very excited that he's going to be joining us at District. And I don't know, maybe he'll come back for another show if we do more, and he'll be like a main staple for us. So that's very exciting.
QT Marshall, I think Jensen might have frozen. Okay. QT Marshall is part of this as well. Marshall. Is that guy as annoying as he seems on television? Like, does he have redeeming qualities? You guys seem like you're around him certainly more often than I am, but like on
I
television.
think it depends. You know what I mean? Like,
Just the worst.
The factory guys that he hangs out with, he treats them really well because those are his people. So I think if you're his people, he treats you pretty well. And then if you're not his people or you're some annoying losers on Twitter that are trying to get a rise out of him, you might get it.
Yeah.
Does he treat you well, Sheik?
Pretty much. Oh, he treats me really well. He treats me very well. He invited me here to train. He was my coach, and I trained under him, and that's when I learned all my fundamentals. And I'm very solid fundamentally because he drilled it into us. And just like I drilled diamonds into jewelry, man, I get it. You want to make sure they don't get out, that they stay in there. I understand what quality is, and that's what you get here when you train with QT and Cody at this school. So, and again, he'll be in the main event of our show. So if you definitely want to see some good quality wrestling, that main event is going to have a whole bunch of quality for you because it's QT and Anthony Ogogo, who's former Olympic boxer, bronze medalist from the UK. And then you've got on the other side of the ring, you've got the workhorsemen, which is their name says it all, right? They're the workhorses. They come in the ring and they do the thing, and everybody's going to leave happy except for the losers, of course.
Yeah, I think, a big thing to mention too is QT was recently on the Forbidden Door pay-per-view. He was part of that. Ogogo, like you said, Olympic medalist in boxing. Anthony Henry recently on the Death Before Dishonor pay-per-view for Ring of Honor. And JD Drake, if you ask anybody in a locker room anywhere, they'll tell you he's one of the best right now. So that's going to be
100%.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that main event, that tag match. Like, QT, it's been really cool seeing him do his thing on AEW the last few years. And I got to see Anthony Ogogo live at Battle Slam a few days ago. And that was the first time I've seen him like real close, like up close. And that guy's massive.
He's a monster, right?
Yeah.
He's a monster. Yeah. People don't realize that.
Yeah. On TV, it doesn't do him justice. He's huge.
He's tall. He's built well. He speaks well. He carries himself well. It's almost intimidating being in his presence. And unless you're there, you don't quite get it. So,
yeah, he loves to run his mouth, but he's probably the one guy in the business that can back it up just as easily.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, and then the other side, like you said, the workhorseman. I mean, Anthony Henry, I think, has been one of the best guys out of the Southeast for a long time, and he had like a short run in the WWE as Asher Hale, but like then bouncing back after getting back out there. I've always loved this tag team with JD Drake, but it's been cool seeing them being able to team again because, like, I think Anthony, like I said, is one of the best guys kind of out of the Southeast in the last, like, decade or so. And JD Drake, I've been saying for years, I think he's the most underutilized person in all of AEW. Like, that guy is so good. If you watch him on the indies, like, as, like, a main event level guy out there, like, he's so damn talented. A real throwback. So I think this is the perfect type of main event for y'all to have for this show on Sunday.
Absolutely. JD, like you said, he definitely is a rising star in this business. As far as underutilized goes, QT Marshall as well. Personally, myself, and I know a lot of other people that train at the factory, we've all seen and know what QT's capable of, and he might be one of the best unrecognized wrestlers on earth.
I will actually give QT credit. I was doing a bit with him being annoying. He is annoying on television. His character is very annoying. But as far as in-ring wrestling goes and his character, he's supposed to be annoying. He does a great job. I'll be nice to QT Marshall, or he does try to fight me on Twitter. I do like QT, though, as a wrestler. You also train with Cody, or Cody is there. Is Cody there? He's mentioned, I know he just had surgery a few months ago. He says they won't give him a timeline because they're afraid he will try to jump their timeline. Is he already back? Is he doing reps and everything and trying to piss off his doctors by coming back by Survivor Series?
He's not.
I haven't been there recently. I've been busy with work and a couple other things, the show's particulars, so I'm not sure what's going on over there right now.
I haven't seen him. I haven't seen him since before July. So
Okay.
you know, and before that, he was definitely in a sling. So yeah, I can't say I've seen him.
You guys are moving locations, aren't you?
I saw that today.
Yeah. So they got a 10,000 square foot facility in McDonough, Georgia, and the new brand will be Nightmare Fitness. So it'll be a full inclusive fitness facility. They'll have cardio machines. They'll have lifting machines. They'll have training, nutritionists, which is actually Carolyn, who's QT's wife, Carolyn Kilari. She's a phenomenal nutritionist. She's helped me lose a lot of weight. So she'll be up there, her services. And for right now, from what I hear, the gym's open 24/7. So that's like a phenomenal thing because something that you may not know about pro wrestlers, or you may know about pro wrestlers, is that we don't have the most conventional schedules. So our training sometimes 2 a.m., and we just can't sleep. We just want to get in a ring, hit those reps, get our fundamentals down, and that's great that it's open 24/7. So not that we know too much about it because it was just announced. We're kind of finding out with everybody else, but yeah, I do believe that there's a move in the future.
Yep, I think they're still looking for people for their October camp. I think there's still a couple spots open.
Yeah.
Through Instagram or Facebook or their website.
Hey, I'll say this in all honesty. It's a life changer. If you go through the camp and you stick with it and you put your heart into it, it will change your life.
Well, Cody says, he said it from the very jump of do the work, and he wants guys that are gonna stick with it and that are gonna continue to put in the work. Like when you first walk in there, I mean, it's Cody Rhodes, it's the Rhodes family, and then QT, the way he's built himself up and gone from the thing is Cody's lackey to everything he's doing in AEW and everything. Is it a little intimidating just walking in there the first time? Oh, what have I gotten myself into? Sheik, go ahead.
So the first time I walked in here, it was intimidating, and I'm sure if you put yourself in the shoes of anybody that signs up for a beginner's wrestling camp and you've never set foot in a ring, you're a true beginner, you're green as grass, you're going to be intimidated. You're going to come in, you're going to be nervous, you're going to be anxious, you're going to be apprehensive, you're going to be all the above. But I'll say this, something happened that I did not expect to happen, and that was this man, Cody Rhodes, literally held my arm and ran the ropes with me when I thought that I couldn't do it right. And I run the ropes pretty damn good now, and I think it's just because he's stuck there with me. He's there for the students. He actually gives a damn. He'll come in on film days and watch films with us. He'll come and dissect stuff. Him and QT are possibly the greatest assets to any pro wrestler in training, I would say, in the country. So it is a little intimidating at first. It does give you a little butterflies. I know some guys that had experience that still felt that way. But as long as, like he says, as long as you're going to do the work and get in there, he'll hold your hand and do it with you. So I've experienced that firsthand.
Jameson, how about you? First time you walked into that building, what's going through your head and I guess your stomach?
So when I started, it was actually the One Fall Power Factory. It was just QT and Ray. Cody hadn't come in yet. But it was cool for me because I was at the airport one day, and I saw Trent from Best Friends walking through. It was right before AEW started, so I went up to him, just being, a mark. Said, "Hi, how you doing? Excited about AEW, looking forward to it." And he asked me, "Are you in the business? Are you a worker?" And I said, "No." And he looked at me up and down, and he was like, "So you just look like that for no reason?" I was like, "All right, fair enough." So then shortly after, just an ad popped up for the One Fall Power Factory on Instagram. I sent a message within like 2 minutes. QT sent me a text asking if he could call me. Called me up. We had like a 5-minute conversation. I went in there like the next day, walked in. We talked a little bit. Brought me in the ring. He's like, "All right, just start, had me do a couple things." He's like, "What do you think?" I was hooked, obviously. I've been a lifelong fan since the day I was born. Up until this year, I've seen every episode of Raw and SmackDown ever. Like, I'm a huge diehard fan, so getting in that ring was incredible for me. And really, QT's helped me really develop what I'm able to do now as far as in-ring promos. I'd like to fancy myself a bit of a talker. QT really helped me a lot with that. The in-ring work is all psychology-based. We really focus on doing things right and making sure that you're telling a story and not just going in there and doing whatever you want.
What were your experiences like working some AEW so far? Because I know you guys have had some experience on AEW television.
It's been incredible, man. That's the first thing I did there. I was in the ring, part of the factory with QT, and we were in there with Big Show. We tried to jump Big Show. Didn't work out too well. I took a big choke slam.
What were you thinking? It's the Big Show, or it's
when
it's
QT
Paul
tells
White.
you to come help him beat somebody up, you just go do it. You don't second guess.
Was he not the first one out of the ring? He's smarter than all of you.
He didn't tell us it was Big Show. And then Big Show just kind of walked out. And
you
I'm
didn't just.
I'm not going to run away when I'm on TV.
You did.
I might have peed a little bit. My jeans were dark, so you couldn't tell.
See, QT asked me to do it too. I said I'm not a sucker. I was like, I know. As soon as that guy gets into the ring, you're gonna be the first dude out of there. That's a smart play. Hey, no offense, that's a smart play, coach. But you do your thing. I'm gonna go make $1 million. We'll reconvene in the morning. So
that's fair. But I got to do that, man. I've been part of segments. I've been out there. I got beat up by FTR. I got beat up by who else? I got beat up by Billy Gunn the one night. I've done stuff with Road Dogg, and we've done just all kinds of stuff, man. The celebrities. I mean, I'm such a huge fan. I'm getting all worked up right now just thinking about it. I got Ric Flair's catchphrase tattooed on my knuckles, like limousine riding, jet flying, kiss stealing, wheeling, dealing, son of a gun. I got a gun tattooed on my index finger of my right hand. It's the first thing people see when I shake their hand because I'm that big of a fan. I'm stuck being a wrestler. You know what I mean? There's nothing else I can do now. I can't get another job.
He's definitely not running a daycare. Not with us. Hey, can I watch your kids?
Yeah, I say not with a gun tattooed on your finger like that. You get some questions, but I like that it's all Ric Flair's catchphrase. Good stuff.
Hey, you want to be the man, you got to be like the man. I don't think I'm going to have a chance to beat him. He just had his last match ever. So.
I was going to say something. It's something like that. I'm sure. I'm not gonna lie. The first time I saw that tattoo, I also marked out for it. We were training in the gym, we were lifting weights, and like he was over there. I was like, "What's that on your hand? Like something new?" And I looked at it, and I was like, "I already knew what it was." He didn't even have to explain it to me. I said it out loud, each syllable. I was like, this guy.
It's creative.
Speaking about Nightmare Factory and the show, we also have Hyena Hera versus Charlotte Renegade, one half of the Renegade twins. That match is going to be pretty exciting. Charlotte she's been a force to be reckoned with lately. She's been kicking some ass. And Hyena Hera is looking to make a big name for herself, trying to get her name out there. And I think she's going to impress a lot of people on this show. Following up with that, we have Angelica Risk, Spicy Quesadilla versus Robin Renegade, the other half of the Renegades. That match might have potential to steal match of the night because these two girls are going to beat the crap out of each other. It's like a deep-seated hatred since Angelica came into the factory, bragging, acting like she's the best woman on earth. Robin wasn't having it, and they just have been beefing ever since. They were part of that Fatal 4-Way on Battle Slam recently. They got into it there. They're not allowed to train in the same rings. They got to be separated at all times because it's always got to turn physical. So these two are going to beat the crap out of each other.
Listen,
Awesome.
I was part of the camp that Angelica was a part of. She was part of my camp, which is Camp 2 at the Nightmare Factory. And
Oh no, we lost
Sheik.
Oh, he's back.
The Jameson Ryan show, baby.
Hey. Not on my watch. That was actually Ernest calling me.
Can't let me get up there.
Oh.
Yeah, so
Okay.
doing crazy stuff in the ring right now. But yeah, I'm going to get off of this ring.
Don't leave the belt.
Like I said,
Don't leave the belt
it's
hanging
okay.
there.
I got
Okay.
insurance. We're good.
All
Don't worry
right.
about it. So like I said, Angelica was actually part of my camp, and she's great. Okay, I seen her train. She's got grit. She's got heart. She's scrappy. But from the moment I saw these Renegade twins, I'm going to tell you something. They'll do what it takes to win. They have no issue going there, if you know what I mean. And that's the type of team that the Sheik can back. So say what you want about Angelica, Jameson Ryan, but got my money on those Renegade twins winning.
I don't know, man. You can't count Angelica Risk out. She might not be the biggest competitor, but she don't care if you're 6'5", 300 pounds, or if there's two of them. She's going to come fight. She's going to swing, man. She don't care.
You know what? I guess we'll have to see on Sunday, man. I guess we'll have to see.
Is there anything we're missing out for the show that you want to throw out there? Anyone else?
The gauntlet
How about
match,
my gauntlet match?
Of course.
Looking forward to that. We got a lot of exciting talent in there. We got some young people from the Nightmare Factory, a couple other local talents from some other training schools, a couple big names in there. We got Psycho Boy Fodder of CYM. We're really excited about that. He's an intense competitor. We think he's really going to mess some people up if he gets the chance to in there. Darian Bankston, he's another young, exciting competitor. Everybody needs to be
he's not that great.
Heavyweight champion anywhere he goes. Sheik doesn't like him.
Come on, he's not that great. He's okay. He's all right. There's definitely better guys in the gauntlet match.
We got Carly Bravo was in it of the infantry.
I like Carly, such as myself.
The man, everybody's a fan of Carly. We got Byron Morales. He's a little piece of shit. He's gonna try and weasel his way into some wins.
He's not bad. He's scrappy. You talk so great about Angelica. He's like the same thing, but in guy version.
Larry's a brunette and Angelica's a blonde. I like the blonde.
Tomato.
I gotta ask Diamond Sheik this. He posted this video today with the boss, Rick Ross.
The boss, the biggest boss.
Yes.
I gotta tell you, me and Steve don't get along right now. But if I was next to him, I would have given him a big, huge kiss for getting that on there.
Oh, I knew it. I knew you like kissing me.
I
know you like kissing me. I knew it.
How did this come about? Like, what was he hustling? Like, did you hustle to get this? I got to know about this.
Nobody hustles the boss, brother. Nobody hustles the boss.
He's hustling every day. Every day he's hustling.
Every day he's hustling. Okay, that's a fact. It's a fact, Jack. Every day he's hustling. I got to the boss's house. Not my first time in the promised land. Been there many times before. I'm his personal jeweler, so I go there to some jewelry. And had brought a little special piece of jewelry that day, as you can see, right? So he came up to me and he asked me a question. Every time the boss asks a question, you know he's about to ask you an important question because he'll start it like this. Oh. Right? Oh. Sheiky, what's that belt for? Boss, can you believe that Championship District Wrestling has me defending my baby in a gauntlet match? In a gauntlet match. I don't have to fight one guy. I have to fight like 20 guys. And he goes, you going to suplex him off the top of the promised land? I said, for you, boss, I will. Off the top of anything. The top of the turnbuckle, off the top of the balcony, wherever you want. They're going down because I'm leaving district with this baby right here around my waist.
Maybe you got to fight 22 guys. 22 in room 222.
I mean, hey, he's
22
got all the money, so if you want, I'll just keep calling people. We'll book everybody. We'll get a 100-man gauntlet. It's your money.
See, this is what I'm talking about. Like he doesn't care. He doesn't care. I gave him money already. He doesn't care about it. He doesn't.
$10 million. How do you think we got the school?
You see what I'm working with here? He's an idiot.
He dropped it at my door in a duffel bag.
He's handsome.
You couldn't accept a wire. You didn't know how to.
I don't have wires running through my house that can carry money. I don't know.
No, that's not. I told this guy that I could cash app him, and he didn't know what an app was.
It doesn't work like a cup phone. You can't put the money in there and it shoots across.
No, it doesn't. That's
It doesn't
not how
fit.
things work. No,
The
this.
string would fall out.
Yes, it would fall out.
I know what I'm talking about. This idiot.
Jeez.
So,
But anyways, sorry. Back to the boss. Yes,
yes.
I'm a shoot jeweler. That's what I do for a living. So I create beautiful pieces, and when I think I have enough of them to go and show him, I take them out of our vaults, which these pieces are not displayed in our store. They're specifically for VIP clients. We go and see NFL teams. We go and see all kinds of, hip hop stars, celebrities, all kinds of people are our clients. Shaquille O'Neal, Ric Flair is one of my clients. The whole defensive line of the New Orleans Saints, whole defensive line of the New York Jets. My company is called Lux Jewelers, and we do pretty good work. I started it by myself 10 years ago with the tutelage of my family, but I've done pretty much all the marketing and all the branding myself. And Rick Ross was really good client of mine, and now he's kind of managing me. So we're trying to break him into the pro wrestling world as well.
My God. This is the greatest news I've ever heard. This is the biggest news we've ever. He just went.
Oh, good.
That's Rick Ross calling him right there. That's the boss calling him.
Let's go stand in the office away from people wrestling.
Speak of the devil, man. Speak of the devil. He must have knew we were talking about him.
I can't get 1 minute.
The devil is a lie,
Trying to get over here.
The devil is a lie.
People ask me why I don't do interviews. It's because I get 40 phone calls when I do one interview. It's ridiculous.
Well, he's bragging about all his clients. I once trained the guy that worked at Home Depot at a gym like 3 years ago. So how about that?
There you go.
There
Pretty
you go.
even. Pretty even.
Oh,
There you go.
is
There you go.
Lowe's too good for you?
No, it's not good enough, actually. Home Depot guy.
You're wearing the Lowe's colors. You're wearing
Represent
the Lowe's colors right now.
ATL.
It's like talking to a beautiful brick sometimes.
I'd like to think of it more of as a parrot, but
He's a gorgeous man. He really is.
right?
He is.
His
Yeah.
profile.
So one of the things we always kind of wrap the interview up with is this is going to be kind of a different type of scenario today. We always ask, what's the coolest thing in your room that you're in? Sheik's in the Nightmare Factory. I mean, and holding a belt
like
that
I'm
I
cheating.
would imagine.
I was
Yeah,
about to
I
say,
feel like
yeah.
yeah.
He's been showing off the
Jameson.
coolest thing the entire interview.
Exactly, I
I
know.
feel like I'm cheating. Exactly.
So we might already have the answer from Sheik. Jameson, what is the coolest thing in your room that you're in right now?
That would be this New York license plate that says ass man. Like
Are you an ass man?
Cosmo Kramer, the ass man.
You know what? We need to start, Jeremy. We need to start opening our interviews asking like the hard hitting questions. Like from now on, my opening question is just tits or ass. Like from the very start, we'll just ask that right at the beginning, and then
That's fun. I like that.
That's our new. What's your favorite thing in your room? Tits
Yeah.
or ass. Good deal. Jeremy, any last questions from you?
No, let everyone know where they can find you at, and plug the show again coming up on Sunday. Go ahead, Sheik. Let everyone know where to follow you and anything else you want to plug.
You can follow me at Diamond Sheik on Instagram. You can follow my company at Lux Jeweler on Instagram. You can follow me on Twitter at The Diamond Sheik. Come see Championship District Wrestling in the heart of Atlanta at District Atlanta this Sunday, August 18th. We start at 3 o'clock. We're going to go until 7 or whenever they kick us out, and it'll be a good time. It'll be a great time because we're serving. They're serving, right?
Oh, we got food. Oh,
We're
yeah.
serving. Yeah, so we're good. We
Big
got
total.
drinks, we got food, everything. So come, bring your buddies, bring your friends, and
No, my
just
buddy Celeste's been cooking up on the patio. Big Samoan boy, he knows food, baby. I'm telling you, that shit's good.
it's really good, 100%. I'll give it that endorsement for sure. If it's one thing I could say is that we live in a world where a lot of things go wrong and bad, and sometimes the news doesn't make us happy anymore. Sometimes we hear things that make us sad. Don't ever think that nobody's there to listen to you. If you need help, reach out for help. Mental health is such a fragile and crazy thing. I've lost so many friends to suicide and other things. So, it's never a bad thing. I would much rather hear a friend complain or cry on my shoulder than hear about a funeral I got to go to. So if you need help, You can reach out to me. You can reach out to anybody. Everybody's here to listen to you, and you're not in it alone. That's all I want to say.
Yep, and Sheik just buried me, making me a huge heel to put some stuff after he said that nice sentimental meaning there. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. You can follow Championship District Wrestling on Instagram at district_wrestling. You can follow me at Pose Malone on Twitter. It's at Pose Malone JRY. You can follow my business also at Pose Malone. Thanks for making it. Guys, thanks for having us out. Appreciate it.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much for your
Thank you
time.
guys. We really appreciate it. Thank you guys for taking the time. And everyone, check out the show on Sunday if you are in the Georgia area. District Championship Wrestling. Jensen's gonna be there, so
I'll
Jensen
be there,
will have plenty of news and
Oh,
scopes
baby.
in there. Can you pick up Steven Jensen? Can you pick him up and like press him like
No,
Jensen?
don't do that.
Oh, yeah, we'll throw him all over the. I'll have Ben put him up on his shoulder, and he can just launch him up onto the second story.
Yeah, that's what I want to see. That's what we
Just
do.
I'm gonna need to
Hey, just tuck your chin, kid. You'll be fine.
just talk. Okay. I'm ready to take some bumps, guys. Just let me know. Let me know if I need to do it.
I think I'm going to get out of here and get some tacos.
Nice. Thank you guys. Thank you
Yeah,
so
thanks,
much.
guys.
We really appreciate it. Guys, we'll be right back here on the